Hey guys, know it's been a little while, but kind of had like busy week, so uh, I'm doing a new video, and this one's gonna be a bit different. I actually got a bit of a request to do a just show off my manga collection, and so yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing today. All right, here we go. All right, first is Air Gear. By the way, as I've said in another video, um, a lot of my manga I haven't completed, so if anybody's read these to completion, please no spoilers. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, Zerger. Um, what I've read of it so far, I've actually read more than this. But I think I've read up to like volume 15 or something like that. I really enjoy it. It's got a really unique art style and fun characters, good comedy, some great action. Yeah, pretty good one. I highly recommend it. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm just gonna be doing like brief synopsis of them. I might do more. I'm gonna be doing more full reviews of all these that I haven't done yet. So just bear with me. Next, Ayuri Aoshi. Ah, this one's really cool. I really enjoy it. Um, it's one of my favorite romance harem series that's out there. Because I think it delves really well into each one of the characters' motivations and stories and why they are the way they are, and even the main character gets that really well, and I really enjoy that. And because of how long it is, I think it does a great job of fleshing that all out. So, yeah, highly recommend it. Also, really cute art style. One I'd recommend for like more mature viewers, but still really good. All right, next is Ancient Magus Bride. Love this series. I love the art style. I love the whole fantasy urban setting. Love the whole detail in like the mythos of it. Just so good, really good. Cannot wait for the reboot of the anime or sequel or whatever it's happening with the anime. All I know is I can't wait for more. Really excited. So yeah, I definitely recommend this one. All right, next is Chobits. I love this series. I had a whole video. I talked about it before. And yeah, I know these are they kind of beat the crap, but they're also kind of old, and some of them are secondhand. So, but I still enjoy them. And yeah, if you want to see what my thoughts are on this series, I have a whole video for it. Check it out if you like. All right, next is Comic Party. I actually pretty like this series. This one's like really kind of like comedy and parody, and it like really does I think a good job of like spoofing the whole dojin and anime and manga community really well in that sense. Since it's a bit older, I think it's one of like pioneers of it, kind of in a way, and I really recommend it. I love the whole old school character designs and things like that. Yeah, and it's pretty short. If you have a lot, just some time to kill, check it out. It's only 5 volumes, but yeah, really, I think it's pretty good. Uh, Miss Nagatoro. Everybody's already complaining about you and your anime hasn't even come out yet. But I personally love it. Uh, cannot wait for the anime, and I love the series. I love Miss Nagatoro. Love the art style. I think it's really funny, and yeah, so can't can't wait for more. And this one, I know probably people are excited when they saw it in the corner. Um, I I'm sorry. I know I only have 4 volumes. I know some people are probably like, just please don't kill me. I'm gonna get around to it, but I do really enjoy it. I love the art style, love the action, just, and so I'll get into it eventually. Just been distracted by other series right now and other things, but yeah, I love it. All right, moving on. Fly Me to the Moon. I love this series. So good. It's one of my favorite romance series ever. I know a lot of people really talk about it since the start of the anime. And yeah, just like them, I really enjoy it. I think it's really funny. I think it's a very refreshing take on romance series. I enjoy the crap out of it. Go watch it. Go read it. Whatever. Just get it in your eyeballs. All right, moving on. Oh, here's Food Wars. I did a whole another video already on this. And yeah, again, really recommend it. And you know, great art style, lots of great action, good stuff. Yeah, as you see, I really enjoyed it enough to get it all. All right, next one is Get Backers. This one's a bit interesting because I actually read, watched the anime first before I read the manga. As you can see, you only have 2 volumes, but I loved it. I thought it was really fun. I thought it was really funny. I liked the action. Characters were really fun, great. And I know I only have 2 volumes of it, but it's just really kind of hard to track down the manga wise. So, but I'll get around to it eventually. Yeah, yeah. High School of the Dead. Again, I did a video on it. I love it. Definitely for more mature audiences again. And no, sad thing. Just that's all we're probably gonna get. Next is Higurashi. This one is really cool. I love this series. This one's for fans of like psychological horror and like things like that of that nature and mystery. So good. I know a lot of people are now introduced to it now thanks to the new season of or series, I guess, should say, of the anime that's coming out. And I'm actually reading that too, watching that too. Get all caught up. I just recently bought the whole first 3 seasons, and getting all caught up just so I can watch that. All right, really recommend it. Really good. Yes. Moving on. All right, next, as you can see, is Komi Can't Communicate. I know the entire anime is in love with Komi, and I am no exception. I love this series. I think it's really funny. Love the characters, really cute. The art style is really cute, and I think it's just all around just really good quality slice of life stuff. Can't recommend this enough. Please go check it out if you haven't already. Next one's a bit interesting. This one is definitely like tailor made for someone like me because it's got a lot of things that I love in general. It's got references to metal. I am a big metalhead. I love it. It's got cute anime girls. It's got gore. Love all that kind of stuff. It's pretty great time in general. It's really short. It's only like 3 volumes to it. I know there's like a sequel series. Anybody's read this, but just haven't got around to that yet. But if everybody's mature enough to handle all that kind of stuff, all the fan service and blood and guts, I really recommend it. I think it's really, really good. And actually quite touching at times, believe it or not. Yeah. Alright. Next you can see Miss Kabayashi's Dragon Maid. Love this series. So good. I mean, so many people have been talking about it since with the start of the new season. And I personally love it too. I cannot wait. And now there's another reason everybody's talking about the second season. And to those people, Ilulu is the best. Fight me. Yeah, I mean, love this series. Cannot wait for more. And next is Monster Musume. This one is really interesting, as you can see. It's kind of what started me down the path of loving monster girls, as with a lot of people. And I just haven't fell in love with it. Some people have. I still love it. Think it's still really funny. Really, I love the cute girls, and I love the art style. You know, fan service doesn't know. It's not bad either. Good times. Definitely, again, from more people with more maturity, mature audiences. So, I should say. All right. Yeah, moving on. Next is Murcielago. And this one's really interesting because it has a lot going on in it. It's a psychological thriller, action, horror kind of thing going on. And Yuri. Lots of Yuri. And it's another one I would definitely recommend for people that are like mature, but in a different way than Monster Musume, or more, or even like loving how it's a lot more fucked up than any of those. It's more in line with uh, Higurashi than any other ones I've seen. So, but it's still, I think, pretty good. It has its bumps here and there, but I still enjoy it. Yeah. I'm just really confused on what's going on with the 17th volume. If anybody can help me out on that one, I appreciate it. Uh, then we go to the mainstream stuff. I know, My Academia. But I don't care. I personally love it. Cannot wait for the fifth season of the anime and more of the manga. I think it's pretty good. I know it's really popular, so there's already a lot already been said on it, but you know, I still enjoy it and would really recommend it. Hmm. No, volume 21, I'm letting a friend borrow. Next, Naruto. Yeah, no, another mainstream thing. But thing is, I started watching this when I was a teen, back when it first started. So it's something I kind of grew up with, and now just absolutely love. Still, just I don't know, because maybe I'm just a sucker for shonen in action. I guess. Yeah, I mean it's Naruto. I don't really need to explain any more than that. It's been around for a while, and it's definitely achieved some accolades. So yeah, highly recommend it. And here we are, One Piece. Another one, another super popular one. I mean, hell, it's the most popular manga that's out there. I've been going around for so long. I love it. It's got a great action, fun characters. Everything I pretty much said about everything else I've looked at, but I still really recommend this one. It's got a great sense of adventure and just all around. It's just really, really effing long. Yeah, as everybody knows. So, yeah, only if you have 50 years to kill. And we have One Punch Man. Another really popular one, but I really enjoy it. Now, a lot of people don't really care for it as much because some people get into big old debates of who could set him a beat and yada yada yada. But for what it is, I still really enjoy it because I think it's still really funny. It's got a really unique art style, and I just love like the whole uh, parody of action shonen tropes, and I think it's really good. I really recommend it. Next is Siren. This one, oh man, I did not actually see it really when it first started coming out. I actually found it at the library, and I finally picked it up. I was like pleasantly surprised because it's really good. It's very got a very Bleach esque art style, which I love. It's got a good mystery at the beginning, some great action, and a very to the point kind of story. And um, it's very underrated in my opinion. Definitely needs a lot more love than what I got. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. Next, as you can see beside it, is Razafan. Razafan, I think is as the manga goes, it's nowhere near as good as the anime, but because like it goes in a completely different direction. It's much more a little like silly, I guess, just to say, as opposed to the anime. So, and it's really short though. If you want some time to kill, it's only 3 volumes after this one, but it's different. All right, next to it is another classic from like 2000s. Real about high school. This one is another one I first started reading in high school. My friends introduced me to it, and yeah, it's like a really nostalgic kind of series. It's action, high school, obviously, in the vein of like Iki Tyson or Kenichi the Mighty Disciple. And yeah, it's pretty short and to the point. Oh, that's all the volumes right there. Yeah. Anybody that's into those like classic kind of like series, I think you enjoy it. Next is Replay. This one's a bit interesting because, as you can see there on the spine, it's not made by anybody from Japan. It's actually made by Christy Udrisky. I think she's from either Canada or America or something like that. Can't remember quite exactly, but yeah, this one I think for anybody that knows it, be debatable whether it's actually manga, real manga, but I still really enjoy it. For anybody that's into like emo punk kind of music and to like that kind of like drama as it is, I think you'd get a good kick out of it. It's really short. It's only 3 volumes, so yeah. Roni Kenshin. Did already a video on this again. I can't recommend enough. I think it's one of the best shonen ever written. So good, and yeah, check it out if you already haven't, because it's older series, but still really really good. All right, next is Samurai Champloo. Now, what's really interesting about this volume, like literally that one, is that's actually the first manga I ever owned. Yeah, that one, I got that back when I was 15. So yeah, it's been around for a while. And, well, what can I say? I mean, it's Samurai Champloo. I would have to say the manga is nowhere near as good as the anime, considering it's only like 2 volumes. I don't know really why they stopped at 2. The guest just didn't gain nowhere near enough interest, but manga still pretty decent. You know, still got some really funny moments, and it has a very unique art style. So if you can find it somehow, I'd say read it more online if you can, because the manga is ridiculously expensive because it's so hard to come by. All right, next you can see next to it, Samurai Champloo. Or what am I saying? Sorry, Samurai Deeper Kyo. This one, when I first read it, again, way back in high school, I always thought it was like a Rurouni Kenshin knockoff. I started reading it, but as I started reading more of it, yeah, it definitely has its own style to it. It's got its own type of action, more fantasy-driven elements. Definitely different type of characters, and a bit more of its own thing. Uh, I still think it's pretty decent. It's pretty long, if I remember. I think it's 30 something volumes long. But yeah, I think it's pretty decent. Really good action, samurai stuff. So yeah, if you want to, check it out. And next, you can see is Sergeant Frog. I think this series is hilarious. It's a sci-fi. Well, I guess it's more comedy sci-fi because or it has definitely sci-fi in it. Definitely, it's definitely more focused on its comedy and parodying of um, anime and manga in general. And I think it's pretty dang hilarious, and that does a pretty good job of doing all that. And got really unique arts, style from its time. And yeah, I really enjoy it. I'll do more of a video on that. Sorry. All right. All right. Next is a newer series. This one is called Spy Family. Sure, some of you might have seen it around and been hearing that it's going to get an anime. I'm super excited for that. This one, I haven't read all of that. I haven't see that volume 4 right there. I just got actually the other day, and I haven't read it quite yet. But I'm gonna be working on that. Probably finish it out this week. And since I haven't only read the first three volumes, I can't really say much about it. But what I have read, I really enjoy it. Characters really enjoyable, like the whole spy setting, and all of them having their own, things to hide. I think it's really good, and I really hope it goes somewhere really special. So, yeah, recommend this one a lot. Next is called Sweat and Soap. Now, I know some of you are probably looking at that thinking it's else, but actually, it's really cute um, romance series, slice of life kind of, and it's not shojo, more like adult oriented romance series. Deals with things more like works, love life, dealing with pressures of moving and pressures of marriage and things like that. It's really interesting, but I think it's still very relatable to a lot of people that have very antisocial lives and things like that. I think it's really good, and I would highly recommend it for anybody that's into that kind of stuff. Oh, and it's also, as you might guess, it's also a bit more mature. So for anybody, this is a fair warning. All right. Next, uh, Toriko series I first did on this channel. What more can I say? I love the series. I think it's very underrated, just like Siren, and I love the whole classic shonen style, like art that's reminiscent of like JoJo or A Fist of the North Star. I love its unique world. I think it's pretty funny too. I think it's so good and really underrated again. So if you haven't got the chance, I highly recommend it. So, here we are. All right. It's pretty much all of them. And yeah, so I also have some other books too, and some other manga-esque books, but I'll probably save that for a separate video maybe. And yeah, so thanks for coming down, looking at all my manga. All right, see you guys in the next video. Bye.